Hey, I think overall this looks really good. I mean, there's some really cool stuff in here. I think that, when we're going back in here, I love the overlap. It's so nice. When we're going right from here to here, I love how the head kind of comes down like this, and how it goes back. It feels really good. I mean, just from Blocking Plus, and the cool thing is that I know where it's going to go in the polish. And so we're actually finishing a really nice step here before we go into the polish. And so there's just some minor little things. First, there's another part right here that I love how this head goes like this. This is really cool. This section right here, where it goes
just out for himself.
right there, that's so nice. I mean, how the head turns. There's some really nice arcs right through there, and I can feel the spacing too when I play it back. Right,
just out for himself.
that feels pretty good. Now I think that there's one section in here that we can probably get away with pushing it just a little bit more, and it's right here on this pose. And really it's the hands that I'm looking at, is that when the hands go right to there, and it's right through here, and really on this pose. And I'm going to try to draw this where you can see, like normally a hand would kind of be like this. We're going like that, and here's the thumb and the fingers, kind of like that. When the hand would turn, it'd be nice to actually have it, and I'm not a cartoon character, so I can't do it, but like the hand to go like a little bit like this. And so the drawing would look, if the hand were kind of like this, the same kind of way as the other, but now we're bending the fingers. The fingers are actually bent like that. So when it goes from here, they would be bent even more away from us. Okay, just for that one pose. I think that would look really nice. And it's almost like doing a blur. And so if you think about that going between the keys, there's a little bit of a blur there, but that'll make it even better.
Just out for himself.
And that'll make it feel like it's like stretched even more. Like everything's working at different speeds. But thinking of different speeds, if I go back to the beginning, what I see here when the body kind of comes back, it moves back a little bit here. The arm also feels like it goes with it. Like, see how when he comes forward right here, when he comes forward, it feels like, use this red, it feels like the body and the arm are all one big piece. And you want it to make it feel like they're in different pieces. Like if I go like this, and if I'm gonna come back like that, to kind of, I'm exaggerating it just so you can see it, but my body's kind of coming back like that and my arm's dragging behind it. That'll allow everything to feel like it's happening at different times, or what we called speeds. Remember, we were talking about that in the lecture. And so for right here, how you do that is you put this in. So you've got the arm right here. Let me kind of draw it with this color, with red. So the arm's kind of like this. And then when he comes forward, and it's even more noticeable right here. So when he comes forward, you want this arm to kind of go out, like that. And so now you can see the difference between this one and that one. So it's a big difference. So when he comes forward, he goes like that. And then the very next thing that we would do is that when he goes and leaves, like this, you would actually have that arm drag even more. So instead of it being where it is right now, see where it is right now, I would rotate it to make it feel like he's leaving. So it's not just this frame, but it's the other frames as well. So it's those other few frames as well that will really help that. Okay. I think that in this, even though we've had this in blocking, and even we've had a little bit with the anticipations and everything, when we get to this, sometimes, when we're putting in more keys, it's okay to go back and make adjustments to things. Like right here, his eyes are a little closed. Now, even though this is like approved in blocking, it's okay to go back and start to make some changes, because we see more frames around it, and now then we start to see, oh, okay, now I see how it's going to all fit together. And so don't be afraid to go in and maybe open this up a little bit. Open those bottom lids just a little bit. Bring the brows up just a little bit. And if I play it, you can see that it's nice that he squints, but it's almost like his eyes are closed a little bit too much. So it feels like it's just squinted a little bit too much. Now, I do like that his eyes kind of, you have this moment right here. That's so nice. So cool that his eyes open like that. And then they kind of go down. And so I even see a little bit of eye direction, that it goes down first before he goes into that. And so that adds a lot. You know, and adding at this stage is the perfect time to do that. So I'm glad that you're doing that.
You know,
and then lastly, I just think that there's something just with this head, the head arcs, and it's right around here, because I love how it ends. It ends really cool where he turns back around this way. I think that looks pretty nice. But there's one section right before that that I think that you can see. It's right here. It's a subtle little thing. It's between these. See how he goes up here and then stops, and then he does this next move right through there. I think you need to rotate just a little bit more. It's really on the end of this nose, and it's minor. I mean, we would have probably picked it up in polish, but I want you to get in the habit of doing it in Blocking Plus. The more that you can pick it up at this place, at this stage, then the better it'll be when you go into polish, and you can really start to worry about like the secondary action, you know, like the head shakes and the blinks and the lip sync and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'd like for you to pick that up now. All right, but everything looks really nice, so great job on this, and we'll see you at the meetup, all right?